whip. I once told her during an argument that she was a lot like those horses, only they were nicer. "I'm not Mom," I said. "Not exactly breaking news at this point," Grandmother said. "You keep forgetting I'm 21, Grandmother," I said. "And proud of it," she said. She was 72, proud that she still owned the barn that she and her late husband, Clint, a legendary horseman, my grandfather, had built together. She was still a great beauty, even in an Atwood farm navy windbreaker, jeans, and boots, her steel gray hair pulled into a ponytail. I could see Mom in her, and myself. Now I was pulling into the driveway at 9:30. No one at Atwood Farm's definition of an early start time, having just blown through a couple of lights on South Shore Boulevard, hoping this might be the one morning of the whole year, or of her whole life, when my mom, Maggie, had gotten a late start on her trail ride. No chance. Noticing again how run down our barn looked from the outside, I ran for the tack room, where I kept spare riding clothes in a locker. One of our grooms, Emilio, was leaning against the wall where the bridles were hung, arms crossed in front of him and sadly shaking his head. "You got left behind, Chiquita," Emilio said. "How long ago did she leave?" He pulled out his phone and squinted at it. 31 minutes, he said, and counting. "How pissed was she?" I said. "Not any more than usual," he said. "You think I should try to catch up with her?" "Was me, Chiquita," Emilio said, grinning at me now. "I would saddle up on Sky and start riding south and maybe not be stopping until I got to the Florida Keys." Sky was my horse, my baby. Technically, she was a gray, even dark gray as a colt, but more white now. A Dutch warmblood, riding horse bred to be a jumper. Smaller than Mom's horse, Coronado, by a lot. We'd found out about her from a trainer moving back to Ireland. When I saw her, I'd fallen in love with her after riding her just one time. All it took. Mom and Dad were divorced by then, and we couldn't afford to buy another horse. But when I told Dad about Sky, he bought her for me. Called it an early birthday present. Now the little horse was my best friend in the world. Sky seemed to love me just the way I was. I loved her even more fiercely back. She didn't want me to work harder, or win more, or party less, or wake up earlier. It didn't matter to her that Maggie Atwood had been a champion from the time she'd been the age I was now. She was Atwood, by the way, and I was McCabe, because she'd given up my dad's name after the divorce. I'd kept it. People sometimes wondered if we were even related. Oh, Sky and I had won our share of jumping events over the years. At our best, we were a perfect, fearless match. Even after Sky had knocked down a rail or two and taken us out of the running for a ribbon, I'd come out of the ring and see that our time was 5 seconds faster than anybody else's. And as hard as I tried, I couldn't feel sad about that. It was why my trainer Daniel had taken to calling me Maverick, after the character Tom Cruise played in Top Gun. "You have the need," he'd said, "for speed." "I'm not still in pony camp," I'd said. "I just don't know what I want to be when I grow up." "When?" he'd said. "Or if?" Where I pushed boundaries, Mom was precise. We were all sure she'd be riding Coronado in the Olympics in Paris late next summer. She was one of the best riders in the country, trying to prove she was one of the best in the world. Mom only went as fast as she needed to when she was in the ring. Even when one of her horses refused to jump at the last second, I had never seen her fall off. Other riders, sure. It had happened to me plenty of times. Her? Never. In every area of life, she stayed in her lane and excelled there. She wasn't reckless, didn't take chances. Even when she and Coronado got a bad start in the ring, I'd watch her figure things out in the next half minute, sometimes sooner, like she'd hit a reset button. We didn't need a handyman at Atwood Farm.